Okay, I'm recording it now. See, we all have to learn on the fly here, and it's all okay. Um, so these four practices and this now recording that I just started will be sent to you, or we'll post it on the website so you'll have access to it and you'll be able to share it with other people. I'm sure you all read the email, and we did have about 300 people that registered for this, and there's about 74 of you on here now. So I'm sure there's some people that will have to watch it after. The first practice that I would like to share with you, it's called heart shining breath. Now, again, all of these practices are directly from our curriculum that we share with schools, we share with students. But again, please allow yourself to feel them. Don't worry about the script that is there, the bullet points of things that you could say to your children as you share this with them. Let this really, really be about you using them to calm your own nervous system, to balance your own nervous system. And while the illustrations may look juvenile, it's for a purpose so that they're relevant to children. But all of these techniques that we have in our programs, they actually come from adult yoga and mindfulness practices. And they're just adapted to be relevant to students. The reason why we're using practices from adult yoga and mindfulness is because they have been, they are science-based, they are research-based, and each of them does something different to our own nervous system. They do something different in terms of our hormonal system by helping us shift from high cortisol and adrenaline, which happens when we enter a fight, flight, or freeze response. These practices help us soothe ourselves by releasing good feeling hormones like dopamine and serotonin and things like that. So know that while on that sheet that I gave you, it looks like these are only for my kindergartners or third graders or fourth graders, these are from adult practices. You can use these with your teens, and yes, use them for yourselves. So the first practice, it's called heart shining breath. So just like how we started this morning by just settling ourselves in, sit back in your chair again with your feet on the floor and allow your spine to lengthen. So you may already find that you are leaning forward and hunching your back over by listening to this call. But right now, allow your spine to lengthen. And as your spine lengthens, allow your shoulders just to relax. Allow gravity to pull your shoulders down. Let your seat root into your chair. And even imagine that there's a string pulling your head up towards the ceiling. Another thing that I say to the children to help them get into this posture is just imagine that you're really proud of yourself right now. And nobody needs to know why you're proud of yourself. You need to know that you're proud of yourself. And sometimes what happens is you'll even see their heart come forward just a little bit. So maybe think of that for yourself. And again, gently close your eyes. If you prefer to not close your eyes, to keep them open, just softly gaze down in front of you. You don't even need to look at the screen of your computer. And just as we did before, come to your breath. Notice that you have an in-breath and an out-breath. Maybe you even notice that your breath is a little different than it was a moment ago when we started. And then gently place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And now that you have these two touch points on your body, maybe this will help you hold your attention to your breath a little bit more. So as you breathe in and out, just feel your hands move. And be a little inquisitive here. You can ask yourself as you're breathing in and out, which hand is moving first and which one follows. Or perhaps they both move at the same time. This is just a moment for you to notice you. Notice your own breathing. You may even begin to notice that the pattern of your hands moving actually changes as we sit here together for a few moments. So I'm going to have you use your imagination here for a few different adaptations here. So while you're noticing the movement of your hands with your breath, see if you can notice any sensation moving from your heart to your belly, or your belly to your hands. So this is more like just energy moving. And then bring your hand that's on your belly, bring that hand up to your forehead. Now you have one hand on your forehead and one hand on your belly. One hand on your forehead and one hand on your heart. And really let yourself be held here. It's you holding you. So maybe allow your head to even rest in that hand a little bit more. Your work, you're not doing your work. Am I going to get my snack? So can everybody please make sure that your microphone is on mute? And just as we were imagining sensation moving from our heart to our belly, notice if you feel any sensations moving from the hand on your forehead to your hand on your heart. And then from your hand on your heart to the hand on your forehead. And if your mind goes to, I don't feel anything, there's nothing required here. It's really just about an inquiry. It's about tuning in to you, whatever that might be in the moment. And now bring the hand that's on your forehead, bring that also onto your heart. Really hold your heart here. Now we're going to use our breath for another visualization. Imagine in the center of your heart is a glowing ball of light, and that light can be any color you choose. As you breathe in through your nose, imagine that that light just gets brighter and brighter and brighter, really vivid, really bright. And as you exhale, imagine that that light is just moving throughout your entire body, So it moves to the top of your head, down your arms, down your belly, your legs, to your feet. So we'll do a few rounds of this together, and then you'll do a few on your own. So breathe in through your nose, really brightening the intensity of that light in your heart. And then as you exhale, imagine that it's just traveling throughout your whole body. Again, breathe in through your nose, brightening that light. And then breathe out. Send it throughout your entire body. One more time together. Breathe in through your nose. Make that light really, really bright, really intense. And then as you exhale, send it throughout your entire body, filling every part of your body and every cell of your body. And now continue that a few more times on your own. We're only going to be here for about 15, 20 seconds. So see if you can really hold your attention and hold your intention on filling that light in your heart and sending it throughout your body. And together we'll take 2 breaths together to end this practice. So breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in through your nose. And breathe out. And before we open our eyes, do your own little check-in again, just as we did when we started this morning. And just ask yourself, how do I feel right now in this moment? And when you're ready, just relax your hands at your lap again and flutter your eyes open. And if everybody could just go to your chat again, and let's just share, how are you feeling right now? Again, anything that you're feeling is the right thing to feel. It's about noticing. It's giving yourself permission to notice. All right, so Sharon said calm. Kim, that was beautiful. Thank you. You're welcome. Helen, tired and calm. Cynthia, calmer, sleepy. Jennifer, more settled, less anxious. Pick me, distracted but encouraged. Kimberly, held. Yolanda, calm and clear. Shelley, more grounded. Hi, Shelley. Arthur, I haven't seen you in ages. Tracy, refreshed and encouraged. Ann Randall, sleepy. Donna, lighter. All right, wonderful, wonderful. So here you're all really getting proof that you could do this, right? You can help yourself get into better feeling states. And one of the things that I always keep in mind for myself when I'm practicing and with my students and educators when we're practicing is that mindfulness, it's not about, I need to totally change how I'm feeling right now. Like I'm angry, I'm anxious, and I have to get rid of this feeling. I have to totally change. It's not about that. It's first about, validating ourselves and giving ourselves permission to feel what we're feeling, because that's really, really important. There's actually science behind that. When we're able to name how we're feeling, we're able to tame how we're feeling. The other part of that is it's increasing our level of okayness. So sometimes what I encourage you to do, and I do for myself, is after I name it, or sometimes I can't name it, I will just number the intensity. So right now, like I shared with you when we started, my heart is just, it's burning, it's hurting right now. What's the level of that intensity, of that sensation? Is it a 10? Is it a 9? Is it an 8? And is it a 7? Whatever it is, it's okay. And then use one of these practices. Even if it's only for a minute or two. Okay, we did that practice for probably about 5 or 6 minutes. I didn't time it. I sort of just go with what's needed in the moment. But even if it's a minute or two, and then before you end, ask yourself, how do I feel now? Or what's the number now? Because even if you're able to help yourself or help your children go from an 8 or a 9 or a 10 to a 7, a 6, a 5, just move the dial a little bit, that's a success. That is success. Even for myself, if I still feel the hurt, I still feel the burning, but it's not as severe, it's not as intense. That's movement in the right direction, or in a better direction, a better feeling place. That's what we're looking for, a better feeling place. It's not, the requirement's not moving from a 10 to a 2, although that's wonderful. But if we can help ourselves move to a better feeling place, that's a win. Give me just like a thumbs up or a yup or something if that is helpful to you. Just knowing that part, that if we're able to name it, we can tame it. And it's not about moving from a 10 to a 2, but it's increasing our level of okayness. Yes, yes, yes. Makes sense. Working on my patience. Yeah, E.M. Alexander, we need to be not only patient with ourselves right now, we need to be compassionate with ourselves right now. We need to have forgiveness, because I know even for myself, I get trapped in, like, I just feel guilty. Am I doing enough with my kids? Am I helping my kids enough? Do they need me more? Am I saying the right things to them? Again, this is all normal. But even for me, here's the big thing that I'm using as my marker. The number one thing for me right now is feeling safe. Feeling safe. And when I'm catching myself, feeling a little anxious or frustrated, I just say to myself, I'm safe right now, and my children are safe right now. Because to me, that's my number one priority. And what I know, knowing, being so science-based, is that if we can say that to ourselves and feel some truth in that, and sometimes it's like, I don't know if I'm going to be safe next week, but in this moment right now, I am safe. I am in my home. My children are home. Luckily, we have enough food and toilet paper. To me, that's safety right now. If I can say that to myself and know that on some level that that's true, my brain will calm down a little bit. The messages that my body will send to my brain and my brain can send to my body is going to support me right now in becoming a bit steadier, becoming a bit calmer. Okay, again, just let me know if that is helpful, if that resonates with you. Something that I encourage you all to do right now, I got a ton of these Post-its all over the place, and I keep putting reminders for myself. I'm writing down, like, I am safe. We are safe. We are together. We are here for each other. I'm writing down these little notes because sometimes my head forgets it. All right, Sarah Roberts, I love that. Super helpful. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. Is everybody ready to move on to the next practice? Helen is, so we're going to go on because Helen's ready. Thank you, Helen. All right, the next practice is I see you laughing, Helen. You're laughing at me. The next practice is I am, and it's finger tapping. And we are going to finger tap an affirmation. Since we were just talking about safety, maybe we can all do this together with the affirmation being, I am safe now. You could use any affirmation you want. I encourage you to, when you are using this with your kids, let them think of an affirmation. Affirmations are really important because, again, that negative bias, the negative bias brain that we have is going to want to think of all the negative things, all the things, making us go into that fight, flight, or freeze. So the more positive things, encouraging things, empowering things that we can say over and over and over again to ourselves, or even read them, put those Post-its around, the more our brain is going to buy into them. Here's the other important thing to remember while we're doing this practice. Everything that your mind thinks, your mouth says, and every feeling, they all generate a feeling in our body. The mind, our speech, and our emotions, they resonate into every single cell of our body. So not only are you hearing it and other people hearing it if you're saying it, every cell of your body is listening to this chatter, and these sensations, every cell. So saying and thinking affirmations actually help your cells vibrate higher. They help boost your immunity. They help boost your sense of safety and security. So while this might seem hokey, what we're doing, know that it is scientifically proven that we can change the patterns of our thought, which can help change the things that we typically say based on reaction or habit. They can help change how we're feeling in the moment and can change the power of all the cells of our body. And right now, we all need to boost our immunity. Right? We all need to stay healthy, which that's another great affirmation. I am healthy. Tell yourself, I am healthy. All right, so for all of those reasons, this adds power to the practice that we're going to do right now. So typically the way that I teach this practice is, again, seated with our back against the chair, or our back supported by something nice and elongated, with our hands resting on our lap, palms face up. Another thing that might be helpful to you is if you want to place one hand on your heart and just do the affirmation with one hand. That's another really good affirmation, another good posture to hold. Again, for myself, I feel like I need that right now. So that will be my posture for this. So setting yourself up, feet on the floor, spine long. Remember, we're just creating space. We're still sitting as if we just feel proud of ourselves. Maybe you're also sitting like you just feel secure right now. And we're going to use the affirmation, I am safe now, We're going to say it out loud. Now, I know you are all muted right now, but let's let ourselves hear ourselves right now. We're going to start out using the affirmation out loud. Then I'm going to cue you to just whisper it to yourself. Whisper, I am safe now. We're going to do that a few times, and then it's going to go to silent. All right, and then I will cue you of when we're just going to breathe together at the end and do our own check-in again of how we're feeling, and then open our eyes again. All right, so gently close your eyes. Tune into your breath. That's always our starting point, because these are practices to build our inner resilience, but that begins by inner awareness. So we have to cultivate that awareness internally, right? We need to keep practicing that. So before we begin, everybody breathe in together and breathe out. And we'll breathe in together and then begin. So breathe in. And we'll begin our mantra, our affirmation. I am safe now. 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 Now whisper, I am safe now. 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 Now silently to yourself, and then do one more round on your own, one more affirmation. And then gently bring both hands to your heart. Allow yourself to feel all of that safety that you just cultivated for yourself. Okay, safety can be generated internally. We often think of safety being cultivated by the environment that we're in. Well, our inner space is an environment. You can cultivate safety within you. Together, take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then do your own check-in. How are you feeling right now? And then when you're ready, relax your hands on your lap and gently flutter your eyes open. And then again, if everybody could just go to your chat box. And how are you feeling? Right? We're just going to keep doing these quick check-ins. How are you feeling? Great. Helen, more relaxed. Okay, while you're putting in your responses there, so I was talking about safety. Safety can be generated three ways. Okay, one is internally, like I was saying during that practice. We can cultivate our sense of safety within us. The second is through our environments, right? In your home, hopefully, is a safe place for all of you. Right? So know that your home is safe. You are creating a safe environment for yourself and your children. The third way safety is generated is interpersonally. It is cultivated through our relationships, through each other. So by you creating your own inner states of calm, that is creating that interrelational sense of safety for your children. Okay, it comes through you. So now you have three ways right now to cultivate safety within yourself, in your home, the environment that you have in your home, and through your children. Okay, you can all do this for each other. Just checking this chat here. I love the before and after check-in. Thank you, Bunny. Shelley Arthur. Kim, in time with myself. Carrie, peaceful. Laura, focused. E.M. Alexander, you went from a 10 to an 8. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Keep practicing this today, and maybe you can even go from an 8 to a 7. Who knows? Tracy Kaufman, wanting to share this with my students. Of course you can. Pick my more empowered. Great, great. Okay, we have about 15 more minutes together, so I want to do those other two practices with you. The next practice is down dog and dragon breath. So for this, I'm actually going to move my computer right now so that I can demonstrate this for you on my yoga mat. If you want to move to a place where you can come onto the floor, do that as well. If you want to stay in your chair and just watch and do this later, that's fine as well. Whatever you feel compelled and inspired to do for yourself. So let's see here. Can everybody see my mat? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be on my mat there. Just give me a thumbs up or a yes. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Okay. So let me just demonstrate the breath that we're going to be doing from the down dog position. The reason why I wanted to include this for our time together, because when I do this, you're going to be like, I don't know if coronavirus, this is the breath we should be doing, but you're just going to be breathing into yourself, not out to somebody else. But the reason why I felt that this was important breathing practice to share with you is that I know how useful this has been for the students that we've been working with, especially over the past few weeks. This is what they have been asking to do. And the reason being is that this breathing pattern that we call dragon's breath really helps release fear, anxiety, and frustration. And even though a lot of our students may not have been able to verbalize that that's how they were feeling, they were asking to do this practice. So I know that this will be very helpful for you and your children at home. So this practice is the breathing part. We're going to do a down dog, but the breathing part is breathing in through your nose. And the exhale, you open your mouth, you stick out your tongue, and it's like shooting flames from your mouth. So you can use that visualization of you're a dragon and you're just breathing out the fire. So why don't we just do a couple of those together, and then we're going to do it from the down dog position. So breathe in through your nose fully. Breathe in. Then open your mouth, stick out your tongue, exhale. Do that 2 more times. Breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. 1 more time. Breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Okay, then just close your mouth and breathe in and out through your nose. Okay, and let's come onto our mat or onto the floor. Again, whatever you're comfortable with doing. All right. I don't have my glasses on, so I really can't see me. I'm hoping you can see me. So start in with your body in all fours, like you're in a crawling position. You might even want to wiggle your butt for a moment just to loosen up that lower back because we were sitting for a while. And then you're going to curl your toes under and push into your feet and your hands as you lift your bottom up into an upside down V. And just come to a normal full breath. Notice your breath in this position. Okay, you stay here. I'm going to come down just so that I can speak a little more clearly to you. This position in and of itself is very releasing, right? You're bringing your head lower than your heart. You're breathing deeply, so it is fueling your body with fresh oxygenated blood, especially to your brain. So when you feel stuck, like in the brain muck, this is a great position just to go into for yourself. Okay, now we're gonna, if you wanna rest for a moment, because you may not be used to doing that position, just rest for a moment on your knees if you want. Okay, and when you're ready, just come right back into that position. Okay, that was just a quick little rest. I see Curtis Kim shaking out his hands. Great idea. Shake out your hands. That's a tough position to get into. Okay, so let's get into that again. Okay, come into your upside down V. Awesome. All right, take a deep breath in through your nose. Ready? Open that mouth. Exhale. Out your tongue. Big roar. Wow. Again, big breath in. Open your mouth. Let out all that fire like you're a dragon. 1 more time. Big breath in. Again, open your mouth. Exhale. And then close your mouth. Come onto your knees. And then you could even bring your forehead to the floor if you'd like to come into a child's pose. Just to let your body reset a little bit there. All right. And then let's come back. We have a few more minutes left. Let's come back to our seat. All right, we have about 8 minutes left. I probably will stay on a little bit longer because, again, I want to just help you as much as I can. And towards the end here, I'm just going to ask you how else myself and my team can help you and support you while you're home. There's one more practice on that sheet. It's called floating balloon. And again, this is about using affirmations to fill ourselves up, but also to share affirmations with others. And I truly believe, you know, we are a community here. This situation that we're all in, all being housebound and all protecting ourselves and wanting to stay safe. This is also a time where we need to recognize that this world needs to be safe right now. This is not just our problem at home. And when I say home, our community, our town, our country, this is worldwide, right? So this is an opportunity to send healing far beyond just us using this technique of floating balloon. So come to a comfortable seat with your spine long, and gently close your eyes and imagine that in front of you is a balloon, and that balloon could be any color. I love using colors. Everybody probably has a different color because colors evoke emotion. So choose a color. And we're going to be using our breath to fill up this balloon. But along with our breath, we're going to be intentionally putting some affirmative words into the balloon. So I'll start us off with some suggestions. So take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, imagine that you're filling that balloon not only with the air of your exhale, but you are filling that balloon with kindness. So breathe out, fill that balloon with kindness. And then breathe in again through your nose. And as you breathe out, fill that balloon with love. Now as you breathe in again, filling yourself, now breathe out patience. Fill that balloon with patience. And now breathe in again, fill up yourself. And as you breathe out, fill that balloon with steadiness. And now on your own, breathe in, fill yourself up, but think of what else you would like to fill that balloon with. Each exhale, think of another affirmation. And it is fine if you want to stick with one. We cannot never have enough of kindness, love, compassion, forgiveness, patience. Whatever you want to put in that balloon, put it in there. And now typically, especially in classrooms with students, we ask them to choose somebody that they would like to send this to. Maybe somebody that they're worried about, or somebody that they feel in their life could use some of this compassion, some of these affirmations. Sometimes it's to themselves. What I'm going to suggest right now, because of the state that we're in, if we could imagine that all of our balloons that we just filled just float up into the atmosphere, float up into the sky, and together, collectively, all of our balloons just surround this earth. Maybe you imagine it as the earth in the center and all of our balloons, all the different colors surrounding a big circle around the earth. And for the next few moments, imagine that this balloon that we filled slowly releases and it oozes out all this air with all of these affirmations, and it just gently trickles down. It falls. It falls and reaches every part of our planet. It reaches every person in this planet. We're sending healing to ourselves in this way. We're sending healing to every person on this call, every person in your home, every person in your town, our country, and the world as a whole.
Wow.
And also to not forget that we're sending healing to our planet. And then together, take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And bring your hands to your heart. Check in with yourself and notice how you feel right now. My wish for you is that you feel healthy, you feel held, and you feel whole. You feel complete. You feel safe. And then gently release your hands to your lap and flutter your eyes open. And again, just in that chat box before we end today, how do you feel right now? And let me know if this is helpful. This hour that we've spent together, let me know if this is helpful to you. And also let me know what was your biggest takeaway. Okay, what is the thing that you will remember most from this hour? So I try to stay true to the time. So I'm throwing a lot of things at you now um, to put in there. But please share. And all of your comments here will be saved. They'll be on the recording. Mary's feeling more connected. E.M. Alexander, better prepared for the day. Takeaway, practice self-compassion. Yeah. Helen Vega, this was great. I need to remember to take care of myself. Yeah. We have to take care of ourselves. We are all giving right now. We're all giving so much. We cannot give from an empty cup. Do not feel guilty for taking time, like alone in your room. Close the door, breathe, let your kids know, say, mommy or daddy, I need to just take care of myself right now so I could take care of you. You know what? That's being a great model for them so that they will know that you're giving them permission to do the same thing. Remember, safety could be generated internally. When you teach them these tools, you are giving them not only permission, but you are giving them the tools and the techniques so that they can do this on their own. Kim, I've been doing more self-care, yoga, etc., but it's nice to have more ways to do that. Thank you. You're so welcome, so very welcome. Pixel, so much better remembering to breathe, release, and inspired. Cheryl, thank you so much, Allison. Brought me to tears several times. Oh, you know what? Thank you, Cheryl. My two little girls and I spending the next 2 weeks away from my husband due to self-isolation protocols. It's hard for them. Yeah, I'm glad you'll be using these practices. Wonderful, wonderful. Sarah Roberts, a great reminder to fill my cup daily. So important. Awesome. Awesome. Taking the time to do this helped me be more calm. I'm so happy. I am so happy that this was helpful to you. Just so that you all know, my team and I met yesterday. We're thinking of other ways that we can bring more to you in your homes to help you, just you as parents, and to help you help your students. So stay tuned. I'll be posting more on our Zensational Kids Facebook page and our Instagram page. So if you haven't liked those pages, please do. This way you'll get notified. We'll also send you email updates. And if there are specific things that you know that you need right now, that perhaps myself and my team has the gifts to help you with those things, please either put it in the chat or feel free to email me. Even if I personally can't get back to you, I have a whole team of people that are ready to help you. Somebody will respond. So my email address is allison@zensationalkids.com. I do on my website, I do have a Let's Chat box. I'm asking everybody to please don't fill that out because we're a bit inundated and we're really trying to serve everybody in larger groups. So if you email me with specific needs, we could see what everybody needs and deliver that for you. The other thing that I'm going to ask you before you go, whoever sent you this invitation, if it is other than Zensational Kids, if it was I know that school administrators were sending out these links, teachers were sending out these links. Can you just send a thank you to them if this was helpful, because they obviously thought that this would be worthwhile for you to attend. So you thanking them, I'm sure, will go a long way for them knowing that they did the right thing. And it'll also help them feel that even that little thing of sending the link was their effort in supporting you. And that's really important for all of us to say thank you and to acknowledge where we are getting support from. You know, for all of us, that fills us up. That fills up our cup. And I'm going to also share this with you. You're going to find that there are times that it is your kids that are filling you up. Acknowledge that. I know for many of you that have reached out to me or that I know personally, it is actually your kids that are reminding you to stay present in different ways. Acknowledge that with them. Let them know that they are your teacher right now as much as you are theirs. Empower each other to be there for each other. All right. I'm just going to check out these chats just a little bit more. And again, you'll all have access to this. I'm going to say thank you. Thank you. So I see lots of thank yous, and that this was helpful. I'm going to say thank you to all of you for being willing to do some of the work, right? This is work, this inner work. I am grateful. This is going to sound crazy. I am grateful that we have all been placed in this position where we have to do the inner work right now. That's what's going to heal ourselves and heal our country and heal our planet. It's the inner work that we're all going to do. That's what Zensational Kids has been doing for the past 10 years, working with schools. We're all real busy in our everyday lives. We still feel busy now because that's our habit. We're not really as busy. We now have time to do some of this inner work. So I am encouraging all of you to, even if you put it on your schedule, we all probably have some schedules, every morning practice this with your children. Practice it with yourself first and then with your children. It is about consistency. If you're doing the inner work and you're building this inner resilience and we're flipping this switch on our negative mind and we're cultivating these positive hormones and mindsets for ourselves, this is daily work. This is not once a week. This is about consistency. It's about frequency. It's not about duration. You don't need to sit on a chair and sit in a mat for an hour. If you do this with intention for a minute, 2 minutes every day, you are going to notice a difference. Okay. Again, I thank you. I thank you so, so much. I'm going to send big kisses to all of you, big hugs, right? Virtual hugs are the safest hugs right now. Thank you. I see people sending me kisses too. Thank you. Thank you. Stay tuned. We will be offering more. Tomorrow, we actually have a call for educators. That was on the sign up sheet for this. You probably all saw that. If you want to even reach out to your own child or children's teacher and encourage them to come tomorrow. Tomorrow's about self-care for teachers. They need this stuff for themselves. They're doing a ton right now, a ton. It's hard to believe they're doing more than they normally do, but they are. So again, tomorrow we're going to be here to support them in that work. All right, love to you all. Reach out if you need us. We're here for you. All right, goodbye everybody.